Matt, thanks very much for joining us. IHG are opening the first Vignette Collection hotel in the UK in Liverpool. Just tell me a little bit about the strategy for this brand, but also why you chose Liverpool.
Vignette Collection, something we launched in August 2021. And what it is, it's the sixth brand we've launched or acquired in recent years. It is a collection brand, and it appeals to owners of independent luxury and lifestyle hotels that can then benefit from the power of IHG's system, revenue support, and our rewards loyalty members. And the big gap for us in the portfolio was the brand family was around that collection piece. And it aspires to, not one hotel is the same, not one guest experience is the same. Every single hotel is unique. Since the launch, we've opened over 20 hotels. The first one being Hotel X in Brisbane, Australia. Then we have Bangkok. Our strategy and goal is to get to 100 hotels signed within 10 years. So where we're at the minute, we're ahead of that in terms of where our strategy is. Hotel X in Brisbane, the 12th-month anniversary of it being opening was aligned with when we signed Liverpool. And we're extremely excited by Liverpool, the launch of Vignette Collection in the UK and Ireland at this central Liverpool site. For us, Liverpool is a gap that we've analysed from the data that we have in that luxury and lifestyle segment. So we are, by the opening in sort of Q3 this year, we're really excited to have this as part of the Vignette Collection family and the first in the UK and Ireland.
And Matt, obviously you chose to invest there in Liverpool as part of a longer term strategy. How is that reflected, I suppose, because I know there's particularly a desire to invest longer term in communities and cities where you're active as a company?
Yeah, very much so. And I mean, just for us in terms of, Liverpool, for us, it continues to grow as a destination, both, domestic and international travellers, both from a leisure corporate side. We look at, the UK's government in terms of the levelling up funding across a number of cities, which is a key area for us in order for that long-term investment in these cities. Local is good for us. We want to be part of that community long-term, both in terms of from a job creation side. We are a big corporate PLC brand, but for us, it is about that local market, that longevity around that, and being there for a long period of time. We have other assets within Liverpool, and bringing Vignette luxury collection brand into that is a gap that we've seen in the market, and for us, it complements the other hotels we have in that market, and further commits us to Liverpool for long term. That's what we want to be driving within that local community and being part of that.
Issues for the sector, particularly for hotels during COVID, but we've then seen some of a bounce back. I suppose, how are you seeing this launch, but also just overall the market in terms of the growth strategy for IHG? Are you really seeing a comeback in terms of the markets?
Yeah, I mean, look, and none of us can, exactly what you just highlighted, Richard, none of us can ignore in terms of the turbulent times we've been over the last few years. But hotels as an asset class are extremely resilient. And I think that is proven in terms of what's happened over the last few years. We've had to evolve in terms of the ways of working, both from an investment point of view and from a consumer guest experience point of view. And some of these lessons are great, and they continue to be implemented in the trading of the hotel. I think in terms of in that investment part, construction development is tough, both from a finance point of view, supply chain management point of view, labour, utilities, all of those areas that we all know, we can see in the press from that side. But the fundamentals still ring true. If you've got a really strong location with a really strong management team, advisors, and a brand behind it, these deals and the appetite is there for further and continue investment in there. And I think this will continue. And as we are seeing, we've announced 9 new signings recently in the UK and Ireland. And I think that shows in terms of where we are, where our growth is, where investors appetite and growth is, and in terms of where consumers are in terms of staying in these hotels and trading these hotels.
Really interesting to catch up. Thanks very much for joining us, Matt.
Thanks, Richard.